What if the only thing standing between you and the life you want is the way you think? Not your background, not your money, not your connections, just your thoughts. Every breakthrough you admire started in someone's mind long before it showed up in reality. If you are serious about changing your life, not just feeling motivated for 5 minutes, watch this video until the very end. One idea near the end can completely rewire how you see yourself and your future. The foundation, thought versus circumstance. What truly governs your life today? Your circumstances or your thoughts? This is not a philosophical question. It is a practical one, and the answer determines your results. Circumstances do not create your destiny. They merely reveal the quality of your thinking. When your thoughts are undisciplined, reactive, and emotional, your life reflects confusion. When your thoughts are deliberate, focused, and intentional, your life begins to reorganize itself around clarity and purpose. Every great achiever, whether in business, leadership, or personal mastery, understood one universal law. You cannot rise higher than the thoughts you consistently entertain. If you do not control your mind will be controlled by fear, opinions, media, and other people's expectations. And once that happens, you begin living someone else's plan for your life. The world is engineered to steal your attention. Noise is profitable. Distraction is addictive. If you do not become the gatekeeper of your own mind, you will spend your life reacting instead of creating. Thought control is not optional. It is the foundation of all success, peace, and self-respect. The power and mechanics of thinking thought is the most powerful force you will ever possess, yet most people treat it casually. A disciplined mind can turn poverty into opportunity, while an undisciplined mind can destroy wealth, talent, and relationships. Wealth, confidence, and influence are not accidents. They are byproducts of ordered thinking. Every material thing around you existed first as a thought. Buildings, businesses, inventions, movements, all began in the imagination of one person who believed long before others understood. Your life today is not random. It is a physical expression of your past thinking patterns. Thoughts behave like seeds. Whatever you repeatedly plant, fear or faith, doubt or confidence, must eventually grow. You cannot plant insecurity and expect success. You cannot rehearse failure in your mind and expect victory in real life. Your dominant thoughts always win. Most people drift mentally. They allow trends, emotions, and opinions to decide what they believe. But the moment you learn to think on purpose, you step out of drift mode and into personal power. The person who controls their thinking controls their direction, and direction determines destiny. The discipline of selection and action. Controlling your thoughts does not mean suppressing them. It means selecting them consciously. You must decide which thoughts are allowed to stay and which must be rejected immediately. Attention is your most valuable currency, and whatever you consistently focus on grows stronger. Morning control. The first thoughts of your day set the tone for everything that follows. Powerful individuals do not wake up and consume chaos. They create order. Silence, reflection, and intention in the morning give you command over the day instead of surrendering it to circumstance. Definiteness of purpose. A mind without a clear purpose becomes a playground for fear. When you define exactly what you want, your thoughts naturally align around that aim. Purpose organizes thought, and organized thought produces power. Repetition. Whatever you think repeatedly becomes habit. Habit becomes character. Character becomes destiny. Repetition is not weakness. It is how the mind is programmed. The thoughts you rehearse today will be the reality you live tomorrow. The universe does not respond to confusion. It responds to clarity. When your thinking becomes definite, opportunities begin to appear that were invisible before. Enemies of the mind. Doubt, distraction, and excuses. Doubt is the most dangerous enemy of progress because it disguises itself as intelligence. It whispers, "Be realistic," while quietly killing belief. Doubt weakens action, and weakened action produces weak results. Faith, on the other hand, is not blind optimism. It is mental commitment without contradiction. Distraction fractures your power. A scattered mind cannot produce focused results. You cannot chase 10 directions and expect mastery in one. Simplify your inputs. Reduce the noise. Protect your mental bandwidth. Clarity is born from subtraction, not addition. Excuses are mental justifications for staying the same. They sound reasonable, but they poison growth. Every excuse is a thought that delays action. Replace excuses with responsibility, because responsibility restores power. The battle for success is always fought internally before it is ever won externally. The subconscious and the power of environment. Your subconscious mind does not argue, it obeys. Whatever you impress upon it consistently, especially with emotion, it accepts as truth. This is why habits are so powerful and why change feels difficult at first. You are not fighting reality. You are reprogramming belief. Reprogramming. Through deliberate auto-suggestion, repeating empowered thoughts with conviction, you can overwrite old limitations. The subconscious responds to authority, emotion, and repetition. Speak to it as a leader, not a victim. Environment. Your environment is either reinforcing your growth or sabotaging it. The people you listen to, the content you consume, and the conversations you tolerate all shape your thinking. If your environment does not support your future, it will trap you in your past. Design your surroundings intentionally. Protect your mind like a vault. What enters regularly becomes who you are. Mastery and identity. The highest form of power is self-mastery, not control over others, but control over your own reactions, beliefs, and self-image. You cannot outperform the identity you accept. If you see yourself as small, life will confirm it. If you see yourself as capable, opportunities will align accordingly. Your thoughts act as magnets. Think limitation, attract obstacles. Think abundance, attract resources. This is not magic, it is alignment. You must become internally what you wish to experience externally. When your identity shifts, behavior follows effortlessly. Success stops feeling forced and starts feeling natural. The final mandate. Transformation does not begin with motivation. Motivation fades. Transformation begins with a decision to no longer let random thoughts dictate your future. The moment you decide that your mind will obey your purpose, your life begins to move by design instead of by accident. Every result you desire already exists as potential. It is waiting for clarity, consistency, and belief. So the question is simple, but life-changing. Will you control your thoughts or will they control you? If you choose discipline, clarity, and faith, success is no longer a possibility. It becomes inevitable. If this message challenged you, don't let it end here. Commit today to mastering your thoughts for the next 30 days. Watch this video again. Apply one principle. Protect your mind like your future depends on it, because it does. If you believe your life is meant for more, like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this message. Your next level begins the moment you decide to think differently.